everyone, this is Eric from Amateur Music Studio, and today we're going to be talking about SSL Fusion as the only color box for the small home recording studio. Before we proceed, I would like to mention that unfortunately I'm not sponsored by SSL, and all the gear that I have was purchased with my own money. And I just really like the SSL stuff. A couple of months ago I started looking into possible solution to bring some analog warmth, as people refer to, into my small home setup, and because of the limited budget I had to be very considerate, and I literally considered everything that was out there that grabbed my attention. Everything from all kind of preamps to some saturation boxes to tube devices. SSL Fusion was one of the products on the list, but because I'm already levitating towards SSL, as you can see, so Fusion had a bit of a priority, if you will. And at the time of purchase I wasn't sure SSL Fusion was the best solution for the task, but on the surface it looked like I was getting a very good deal. When you get in a preamp, you're only getting a preamp, you know. But on SSL Fusion you've got EQ, you've got stereo width control, you've got high frequency compressor, you've got a saturation in the form of vintage drive, and then output transform. So on the surface it looked like I was getting a much better deal, although after watching so many videos I wasn't 100% convinced. So after my first evening with SSL Fusion I was shocked, and the very next morning I thought, no, it's definitely going back. So I called the guys where I purchased it from, SX Pro. Thanks very much, guys, you're brilliant, everything's been brilliant. So I said to the guy, I would like to return the SSL Fusion that I've purchased. And he said, what's wrong with it? Because I wasn't sure who I was talking to, I started to try to explain that I was looking for that analog warmth, and I said, oh well, it just doesn't give me all that. And the guy went, warmth. And I said, yeah, that's it. So it was really nice to talk to someone who understands what you're trying to say. So, and the guy said, well, yeah, you've got 14 days and that you can return it with no issues. So then I said, well, I'm going to try and use it more to see if I can, maybe it was just the first impression that was wrong. So I've left it for a week. After using it extensively, I actually like what it's doing. I really like how it's providing that final polished like sheen. I don't even know how to describe these things, but it's a nice finishing device. The only problem with that I've realized after using it for like nearly a week, the SSL Fusion almost asks for so many other things before it, and SSL Fusion should be the last one, not the first one in a chain, like essentially what I'm looking for, but the last one in a chain. Is like everything else is done and it went through all this kind of gear and analog goodness and stuff, and you've put all the EQs and processing, and then you put the SSL Fusion right before your mastering limiter, and that's what it's for. And no matter how hard I tried, and you know, I'm going to be providing some audio examples in the end of this video, so you can see that even if you saturate it like to the full, you don't really get as much saturation, if you will. So yes, unfortunately I've decided that I'm going to be returning it. So thanks guy at SX Pro once again, you've been brilliant, and thanks for agreeing to take this back. During my initial call to SX Pro, they actually recommended me a fairly new product, which called it Freak Tube by Freakport. Freak from frequency, so Freak Tube by Freakport. Freakport is I think it's an Australian company. This is a very fresh product. I think it only came out like 5 weeks ago. There's not that much information on these guys online at all, and I think SX Pro is one of the first retailers, and I think it says on their website it's exclusive to SX Pro. I'm not sure whether that's UK or Europe they're covering, but this device has been reviewed by Audio Animals, guys that run a recording studio I think in London, which I watched quite a few of their videos as well. Just sounds like what I needed, but I quickly realized that it's got one USB cable and there's no other connections, and it means I would have to go in the box and work from inside the box. For those who follow my channel, they know that I don't really like going in the box. I'm trying to stay out of the box as much as possible, and that's why I was looking for this SSL Fusion and maybe some other stuff now. So I haven't got the replacement for SSL. Unfortunately, this FrickTube by FrickPort doesn't look like it's going to be what I needed. I wish they would edit the analog inputs and outputs, and I guess I understand why they've done it the way they've done it, but it doesn't help me out. So I'm going to keep looking for things that might suit me, but as I said, I haven't found anything quite yet. If you have any questions, please leave them down below in the comments and I'll try to answer all of them if I can. Please stay tuned. Here's the audio examples and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.